the Ford Mustang. It's more than just a car. It's an American icon. But what truly gives this legend its soul? It's the engine. From the rumble that started a revolution to the high-tech scream of today, the Mustang's heart has defined generations of performance. Today, we're taking a deep dive under the hood to explore the engines that did unjust power a car, but changed America. Our story begins in 1964. The original Mustang wasn't born a muscle car. It was a stylish, affordable pony car. As the 60s roared on, so did the horsepower wars. Ford needed to answer the call, and they did it with the 302, essentially a stroked version of the 289. The 302 became a legend in its own right, especially in the iconic Boss 302, designed for Trans Am racing. The Boss 302 engine was a high-winding masterpiece built for the track. It was all about breathing efficiency and high RPM power. On the street, this meant a car that begged to be driven hard. The 302 cemented the Mustang's reputation as a serious performance machine. Then the 1970s hit. The oil crisis and new emissions regulations changed everything. The era of beginch high-compression V8 South was over. For a while, the Mustang lost its way, even offering a V8 with less than 150 horsepower. It was a dark time for enthusiasts, but a comeback was brewing. In 1979, the new Fox body Mustang arrived, and with it, the return of a familiar name, the 5.0. This was a revived 302, and while its initial power numbers were modest, it signaled a rebirth. Throughout the 80s and early 90s, Ford continuously developed the 5.0 high output. It was fuel-injected, lightweight, and incredibly responsive to modifications. An entire aftermarket industry exploded around the Fox body 5.0. It was the engine that brought affordable V8 performance back to the masses and created a whole new generation of tuners and drag racers. If you grew up in the 80s or 90s, the sound of a 5.0 Mustang with Flowmaster exhaust is the sound of pure nostalgia. As the millennium approached, Ford knew they needed a more modern engine. The pushrod V8, while beloved, was old technology. The answer was the modular engine program, and for the Mustang, that meant the 4.6-liter V8. This was a radical shift. The 4.6 featured overhead camshafts, something previously seen in exotic European cars. The first versions, with 2 valves per cylinder, were smooth and reliable, but they didn't have the low-end punch of the old 5.0. Enthusiasts were skeptical. That all changed with the introduction of the 4-valve 4.6 in the SVT Cobra. These DOHC or dual overhead cam engines could rev to the moon and made incredible power. They were complex and sophisticated, proving that American muscle could be tech. The Terminator Cobra of 2003, with its supercharged 4-valve 4.6, produced a staggering 390 horsepower from the factory. The modular V8 had finally earned its respect and set the Mustang on a new technological path. Despite the success of the 4.6, the name 5.0 held a special place in everyone's heart. So in 2011, Ford brought it back, but this wasn't your dad's 5.0. This was the Coyote, a 5.0-litre 32-valve dual overhead cam V8 with twin independent variable camshaft timing. It was a technical marvel. The Coyote engine was a game changer. It delivered 412 horsepower right out of the box, with a 7,000 RPM red line. It had the high-revving nature of the best modular engines combined with the torque and displacement that everyone loved. It was smooth on the street, ferocious on the track, and just like the old pushrod 5.0, it responded incredibly well to modifications. The Coyote is arguably one of the greatest V8 engines ever made, and it has powered the most successful era in Mustang history. It brought the horsepower wars back in a big way, pushing Chevy and Dodge to new heights and defining the modern muscle car. But what happens when even the Coyote isn't enough? You get the Predator, found in the current Shelby GT500. The Predator is a 5.2-litre V8 based on the Coyote architecture, but with a massive supercharger bolted on top. The result, over 760 horsepower, it's the most powerful engine ever put into a production Ford. The Predator is the absolute pinnacle of V8 performance, a testament to over 50 years of engineering. It's a hypercar engine in a muscle car's body, delivering acceleration that is simply breathtaking. It shows that even in an age of electrification, the internal combustion engine can still be pushed to incredible new extremes. Now, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the EcoBoost, a turbocharged 4-cylinder in a Mustang. For many purists, it was heresy. But hear me out. The 2.3-litre EcoBoost is a fantastic engine. It produces over 300 horsepower, more than the legendary 5.0 V8S from the 80s and 90s. It makes the Mustang lighter, more agile, and more fuel-efficient. It opens the door to a new kind of enthusiast, one who appreciates a balanced, modern sports car. The EcoBoost proves that the Mustang's spirit isn't just about the number of cylinders. It's about accessible, fun performance, just like the original 289 did all those years ago. It's a different flavor of Mustang, but it's still 100% Mustang. From the simple, effective 289 that started a cultural movement to the raw power of the 351. Cleveland, the Fox Body 5.0 that saved V8 performance, the high-tech 4.6 modular, the world-beating Coyote, and the mind-bending Predator. The Mustang's engines have told the story of American performance. They've adapted, evolved, and consistently pushed the boundaries of what's possible. Each engine represents a different era, a different philosophy, but they all share that same untamable spirit that makes a Mustang a Mustang. What's your favorite Mustang engine? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories and memories. Thanks so much for watching this journey through automotive history. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the cars that define us. We'll see you in the next one.